There's been a lot of talk backstage in WWE lately, and much of it revolves around Cody Rhodes, specifically, whether or not he should turn heel. As it turns out, that idea has sparked some major internal debate within the company. According to a recent report, there's significant pushback inside WWE against the idea of turning Cody Rhodes into a villain, even though The Rock himself is believed to have pitched the idea during creative discussions tied to John Cena's recent heel arc. The Rock, who has been deeply involved in WWE's storytelling over the past several months, reportedly floated the idea of Cody selling his soul, a concept that could have allowed the company to draw deep parallels between Rhodes and Cena's own turn to the dark side. It would have opened the door for nuanced storytelling, emotional promos, and possibly even some groundbreaking narrative swerves. But WWE doesn't seem to be biting. Not yet, anyway. The core reason: Cody Rhodes is just too valuable as a babyface right now. His merchandise numbers are through the roof, his crowd reactions are deafening every week, and from a business standpoint, WWE simply doesn't see the upside of flipping the character who has become the moral compass of the current WWE landscape. Let's not forget, this is a guy who's been billed as a modern-day hero. He's the man who left the company, made his name on the independents, helped start a rival promotion, and then came back to WWE not for the money, but for the legacy. That story writes itself, and it's still paying dividends. From house show attendance to premium live event ticket sales, Cody Rhodes is one of the most bankable stars on the roster. WWE knows that, and they're being very careful with how they use him. Turning him heel might make for a shocking moment, but it could also backfire badly if it alienates a fanbase that's grown deeply attached to the American Nightmare. Then there's Cody himself. Reports suggest he's not really keen on going heel, either. He sees the value in staying true to his character, and in many ways, he's fulfilling the promise of everything his father, Dusty Rhodes, stood for. There's a sense of pride, tradition, and legacy that Cody carries with him, and betraying that just for a temporary creative boost doesn't sit right with everyone involved. It's not just about turning Cody heel. It's about what that turn would mean. Would fans buy into it? Could WWE manage a double turn with someone like Cena or The Rock that feels authentic and earned? Or would it come across as forced, especially if the audience simply doesn't want to boo Cody? It's a tough call. Because let's be honest, the idea of Cody turning heel does have storytelling potential. Imagine a jaded Cody Rhodes, tired of always being the good guy, finally snapping and aligning himself with the darker elements of WWE. Picture him walking out on the fans, delivering scathing promos, torching the legacy he once fought to protect. That would be compelling television. But that's not the plan. At least not for now. WWE Creative appears firmly in favor of keeping Cody on the path he's on. The comeback kid, the relentless dreamer, the man chasing redemption. And with SummerSlam looming large on the horizon, it's becoming clearer by the day that WWE wants Cody front and center in a major babyface role. Whether that means a return feud with the Bloodline, a showdown with John Cena, or a rematch for the WWE Championship remains to be seen. But make no mistake, Cody Rhodes will be a central figure in WWE programming throughout the summer and beyond. And that's probably the right call. There's a time and place for heel turns. They can be thrilling, shocking, even historic. But there's also something to be said for sticking to what works, and right now, Cody Rhodes works. Fans sing along with his entrance music every week. They rise to their feet when he hits the crossroads. They cheer like crazy when he grabs a mic and speaks from the heart. That's not the kind of connection you disrupt without a very, very good reason. WWE knows this. So for now, all the talk of Cody going dark, of him betraying the fans, of him selling his soul, it's all just noise. Creative pitches that didn't stick. Ideas that got tossed around in a room and ultimately shelved. But that doesn't mean the door is closed forever. WWE is always evolving. What seems like a bad idea today might become the hottest storyline tomorrow. Timing is everything in this business, and if the time ever does come to turn Cody Rhodes heel, you can bet it'll be a moment we never forget. Until then, Cody stays the face of the company, literally and figuratively. He's the guy on the posters. The guy with the pyro. The guy your kid wears a t-shirt of to school. He's WWE's leading man, and the company isn't ready to risk all of that for a swerve that might not land. So, for those fans hoping to see a darker version of the American Nightmare anytime soon, you might be disappointed. But for the millions who believe in Cody Rhodes, who chant his name and live through his journey, the dream is far from over. In fact, it's just getting started.